Hey there Pisces, it's Viv. Welcome to your week ahead read for July the 23rd to the 29th, 2018. I'm using the Modern Spellcasters, same as last week, and it's an 8 card spread. So one card that is the overall energy for the week, and then one card for each day of the week, Monday through Sunday. I'm also reading the bottom card of the deck, which for you guys is the Lovers. I've done that for all of the other zodiac signs. Just occurred to me to do, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so the overall energy for you guys, Pisces, this week is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is somebody who's very intuitive. So she's very sort of dark and mysterious, you know, that she's not, she's difficult to read. So you can't really tell from, because her face is hidden, what her expression is, and she's sort of feeling her way through this book. It's like she's drawing information. I've done this before, but anyway, it's drawing information from the book. You know, she's very in tune with her feelings. She's trying to pick things up from there. It could be to do with, a new start, something that started fairly recently, something that's come into being fairly recently. It could be just taking sort of like an innocent approach to something, like a fresh approach, and just trying to cut through the noise that there is in our minds, cut through all of the chatter to really connect with what's true for us. They say the High Priestess, she's wearing this blue robe, so that's very much to do that connection with your higher self, connection with deeper wisdom and consciousness, the one consciousness. And she's got gold that's wrapped around her there, and this white that's wrapped around her. So it's like, purity of thought and intention here. There's there's a feeling of being guided by what's right and true for you. It's not immediately obvious. It kind of this is what comes to you in quiet moments when the noise of the mind has settled down. And as we start off the week, it feels like there is a bit of a problem. That our minds, that your mind there, Pisces, is going 16, 18 to the dozen. It's going really, really quickly in over processing, over analysing, where there's perhaps no need to do so. There's obviously something on your mind. And looking at the other cards here, I can see that there's been lots of deep thought about it. As we move through the week, we have the Hanged Man, and it's always interesting because I'm looking at the other cards, and I think one of I can't remember which sign it was that I did the reading for last week, but when there was the Hanged Man, there was also the Temperance card. And the Hanged Man is sort of like physical restraint, whereas the Temperance card is like mental restraint. And so things in your environment may not be moving along at a pace, or at the pace that you wanted. And this is, there's a level of over analysing, there's lots of thinking about it. There's some kind of delay, halt, obstacle, that things being tied up. There's just such a lack of progress. It's like things have come to a dead halt. but it is in your physical environment. It's not like, you know, your mind certainly hasn't come to a dead halt. It's not like you're out of ideas or anything. But my feeling is that the influence with the High Priestess here, that there's lots of noise going on with the Five of Swords that's making it difficult to hear the wisdom and guidance that there is here. But the position of the cards, I'm thinking that the influence of the High Priestess, she's sort of having like a sideways nudge on the Hanged Man here, in that there is, you know, there's wisdom in this delay, that for some reason that this needs to happen, that this is a good thing, and that perhaps by the time we get to the end of the week that you'll appreciate that. Your wisdom, I think the influence of the High Priestess is having you look towards the future as we move through midweek. There's something that you're very hopeful about, there's something that you're looking forward to, something that you hope will, once you release it into the world, once you let go of it, you know, will reap benefits for you. You know, we reap what we sow, and this is something that you are hoping will be fruitful for you, will be a good thing, you know, will benefit you in the future and in years to come. There's the influence of wisdom over this as well, you know, there's the influence of your inner guidance over this as well. That what it is, that maybe it is this this new project, you know, that you're feeling really hopeful about. This new thing, this new start, a new phase here, that you're releasing it, and you know, you're being guided to do that. This is something that's coming from deep within you that maybe you don't like fully understand, or you can't maybe voice or articulate, but you just know that you have to do it, and that you're doing it with the intention that that it will pay off in the future. There is so much thought that's gone into this, though. There's been lots of thinking, of quiet moments, of solitude, and spending time in your own, you know, trying to drown out this noise and connect with your higher self. To, you know, for you to follow the right path, to kind of like, you know, go beyond this position where there's you know, there's a physical sort of stuckness where things aren't moving, to get to a position where things are much more free. And once we get beyond the Hermit and towards the end of the week, we've got Temperance here, and Temperance is sort of really counterbalancing and counteracting the effect of the Hanged Man, in that where this is sort of like you know, things being tied up and delayed and halted from going forward, so there's physical sort of restraint here. This is spiritual or mental calming down. So we've gone beyond this noise and connected with our wisdom to get to a point where balance is restored, at least mental balance is restored. And as a result, oh goodness me, what a relief, we feel so much better. And the funny thing about being in a position where you know, where we feel better, that things externally start to change, and you know, once we feel better about the situation, then you know, things externally seem to take care of themselves. And where there's been like difficulty previously, there's now, like, you know, things are moving forward. That this delay is over with, this physical restraint is over with, and this kind of you know, balancing out of the what's been troubling you in the past. You know, this has been significantly calmed down, been guided by your wisdom, and now all of a sudden we've got this fantastic opportunity of a new beginning that is, you know, it's filled with love for you, it's filled with compassion and kindness and respect, and this is great. This could be to do with your relationship with yourself after much soul searching. It could be to do with your relationship with people around you, or it could be to do with your life's passion, you know, the work that you follow, because the card that's on the bottom of the deck is the Lovers, and so this is like something that's really important to you, something that you feel passionate about, something that you're dedicated and committed to. So it could be a relationship, as I say, but it could be your career path as well, you know, something that you're hoping will have significant benefit for you in the future. So there we go, Pisces, those are your messages for this week. I hope you found that of use and that it resonated. I'll be back again next time with another weekly read. I'll also be doing the monthly read, so hopefully I shall have those up by next weekend. So until the next time, thanks very much for tuning in, thanks for watching, really very much appreciated, and take care.